Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be previewing this coming Saturday's meeting here from Fanny Bay, which is a Ladbrokes Cox Plate Day, the 26th of October. Unfortunately, the 0 to 70 1600 metres was deleted at acceptances due to just 4 horses having paid up for the event, leaving just a 4-race card. On a positive note, this hopefully augurs well for our next meeting here in Darwin on Melbourne Cup Day, where there are 6 races programmed. With 7 riders in attendance and 27 acceptors, there will need to be a couple of scratchings in the 9-horse first race, so it is expected that 25 horses will compete on the day. So quite a bit less than last week, but hopefully Melbourne Cup Day on the first Tuesday of November will be pretty solid. The first of the 4 is timed to jump at 3:06 p.m. And in the Melbourne Cup Day on the 5th of November, Trobus Maiden Plate, it's over 1,300 metres. My numbers are 6, 3 and 9. Tricky old race, the Maiden. Obviously all non-winners, and it's just hard to find one that might be a winner after Saturday. But I've settled on number 6, Nassau County, from the stable of Gary Clark, Jared Todd in the saddle. That combination won the last race here last Saturday. And Nassau County has had the 24 starts. 24 starts and he's still a maiden, 5 seconds, 5 thirds. His last couple of runs have been 5th placings behind Ariane and Nike. He's always shown enough ability to suggest that he should win a race, and maybe this is his turn. So number 6 on top for me. Ahead of number 3, King Waldo. Now this is a newcomer to the Neil Dyer stable. Stan Sakos takes the mount here. Has had the 7 starts for 1/3. His most recent effort was at Donald on the 14th of September. He finished 4th on that occasion. He's also finished 3rd at Ballarat on the synthetic, as well as a 4th on that same track. So maybe he's one to keep an eye on. First start in the top end for King Waldo, got him in for 2nd. And my 3rd selection, number 9, Aussie Jawsey, the 3-year-old filly. She'll carry the lightweight of 54.5 kilograms. Sonia Logan won't be riding. I'll tell you who will be. Sophie Mitchell, visiting from down south, Sophie from Adelaide, so having her first rides here in Darwin. And Aussie Jawsey, trained by Phil Cole, 2nd at its only start here behind Hotham English, was well beaten on that occasion, but showed enough to suggest should be a chance in this even event. So in the first, my numbers are 6, 3 and 9. The second, the Book Your Christmas Party Handicap, not far away now, the 1,200 metres for the Benchmark 76 Gallopers. It is the feature event of the day. My numbers here are 4, 2 and 1. Going here with the very smart Bonds Pride, trained by Jason Manning and Vanessa Arnott in the saddle. Has got a really good record since coming to Darwin. His Bonds Pride, of course, won the sales race here on Cup Day. It's only had the 1 start since, ran 2nd to Shack Attack. That was the 21st of September. That was a really good run, and same grade, same distance again, will be very hard to beat Bonds Pride. Number 4, ahead of 2, Doc O'Connor. Well, he confounded the pundits last time out over the 1,100 metres, and he won well. He beat Mr. Havachat, who came out and won last week. So pretty good form lines around Doc O'Connor. Of course, the only question mark is the 1,200 metres. He has won at the... no, he hasn't. He's been placed at the trip before. But just the way he's racing now seems to relax or be relaxing more in his races. Hopefully he can get the 1,200 and run well. Aaron Sweeney for Gary Clark. And then for 3rd, the 2-time Palmerston winner, Early Crow. He's got 62.5 kilograms to carry. Sonia Logan aboard for Dick Leach. He's a quality act, of course. He was 5th the other day here behind Doc O'Connor, beaten 4.7, but was finishing off well. That was 1,100. The 1,200 will suit the dual Palmerston winner. Numbers in the second, 4, 2 and 1. The third's the Ladbrokes Live Betting Handicap. We go to the 1,100 metre start now. This is for the 0 to 58 gallopers. Numbers here are 3, 1 and 6. Scudetto from the Tom Logan stable. Sonia in the saddle. Scudetto won last time here on the 21st of September. And Tom has been having a good run lately. He's had 4 winners at the last 3 meetings here in Darwin. Won a race last week, did Tom. So Scudetto, I thought, he's had a change of stable, of course, was formerly trained by Heather and Graham Lehman, now with Tommy, and I thought could go back-to-back number 3. Ahead of 1, Hotham English, won by a space last time out here. Ella Clark trains. Ella also having a good run with her team, won a race here last week. Aaron Sweeney in the saddle. He's been on fire lately as Sweens, with 3 at the last meeting, or 2 meetings ago, and then a double last week. Hotham English won here on the 5th of October. That was a 3-year-old and maiden contest. Was a pretty weak event, to be brutally honest, but Hotham English did win by over 8 lengths, so only has to reproduce that sort of performance to be right in the finish here. And then for 3rd, number 6, Daunting Decision. Gary Clark, Jared Todd, the combo. Fourth, last time out behind Scudetto, only beaten 3 lengths. So if we like Scudetto, you've got to give Daunting Decision a chance. In the third, my numbers are 3, 1 and 6. And the last of the 4 on a short day on Cox Plate Day, the Ladbrokes Hub Handicap over the 1,000 metres for the 0 to 64 sprinters. My numbers are 1, 2 and 3. Down the book we go. Number 1, Patriotic King. Gary Clark, Jared Todd could be in for a half-decent day, the boys. They've got some good chances, and Patriotic King certainly one of those. He won a couple of races back-to-back in May and July, so the middle of the year. He's only had a couple of starts since. His last start was behind Flying Annie. Now, that was a 0 to 70, so he's down in grade here to the 64. That should help him, and he's drawn a nice gate of barrier 2. He's got plenty of pace. Patriotic King, as we know, holds a track record here for, I think, over the 1,100 metres, but he'll be hard to beat here over the 1,000, I'm sure. Number 1, ahead of a newcomer, number 2, 7 Secrets. Chris Nash, the trainer, he was in the winner's circle last week, of course, with Mr. Have a Chat. Adam Nichols aboard 7 Secrets. He was a winner 4 starts back at Port Augusta and a last start 4th on that track. He's the winner of 4 from 19. So obviously has some ability. 7 Secrets, first start on this track. Got him in for 2nd. And then for 3rd, number 3, Wild Bow. Aaron Sweeney for Ella Clark. Won 2 races during the carnival. As a 3-year-old, now a 4-year-old, 7th at its last start behind Beyond Ready. Has had a freshen up. That was late in the carnival, so fresh up here, and pretty smart horse, I think, Wild Bow, sure to be in the finish. Numbers in the last of the 4, 1, 2 and 3. Best bet on the day in race 2, number 4, Bond's Pride. He's a pretty smart horse, this fellow. Was very good, beating Yaki Ishi in the sales race here on Cup Day, the 50 grand sales classic, and he's done nothing wrong in 1 start since. I think it'd be very hard to beat. Race 2, number 4, and the best roughies in race 1, number 7, Rib Tickler. Number 7, Rib Tickler from the stable of Pete Stennett. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, and we'll be back again in advance of the first Tuesday in November, which of course is Melbourne Cup Day. And we always have a meeting here at Fanny Bay. 6 races on the card. Hopefully bigger fields than we've got this weekend. But until then, good luck and good punting.